Hi guys, my name is Victoria and I'm going to be talking about my early symptoms when I found out I was pregnant. So when I've been trying, I actually got pregnant right away. Me and my husband were talking about it and it was very nerve-wracking because I had my first daughter 5 years ago. So with this one, I don't know, I knew I was ready. I was just a little nervous about it. So we got pregnant right away. I had my phone because it has my apps on my conception date, and I found out I was pregnant 9 days after the ovulation day. And not positive pregnancy test, but symptoms. Like I knew right away. Like it was a week went by and my first symptoms were like I was tired. Like it was about 8 days exactly afterwards. I was so tired. And the second week went by and my tiredness grew even more. I was just astounded. I was just like, what is wrong with me? I didn't have in my head, I was just like, I can't be. Like, it's just, we just tried. Like, it was the first time. It's not like usually you try and you have to try for a few months, but for the first time, I was just like, no, it can't be. But then a few more days passed and I'm just like, the tiredness grew to the point where even walking was tiring. So I was just like, I have it in my head now. So this was exactly 2 weeks afterwards. So the first 2 weeks were just basically just me being very fatigued and tired, just so sleepy. I just wanted to take a nap. I don't take naps. I don't like taking naps, but I was really tired. So as the third week goes on, I started taking tests, and obviously it's too early. I was taking them like 8 days before my period due date, so I was just like, it's too early. But I actually started getting like nausea, like real bad. Like I just started to get nausea in my stomach. I got discharge, and I know TMI, but like it was like a white creamy color. So I was just confused because I was just like, what is this? Like I never had this before. I thought I had an infection. But then I started Googling and they were talking about how like that's like a pregnancy symptom. And I was just like, I got like super excited. So the next day I went and bought like a really more expensive pregnancy test, the 5-day early test. And I tested 6 days before my missed period. And I got like this real faint. Like it was almost like non-existent faint line, and I was just like, oh, okay. Like I know I'm not saying things. So 4 days before my missed period, I tested again. I was just like, let me just wait. So I tested again and it came out positive. So the first 2 symptoms that I got was just the fatigue, and the nausea started like a week before my missed period. Now mind you, the nausea wasn't as bad, so it was fine. But as I got, I don't know if it's just like it's a brain thing, once you find out you're pregnant like more symptoms pop up. But I was considered, so like they go by the last day of your first period. So by the time I was 4 weeks pregnant, I already had extreme nausea, like really bad nausea. I wasn't throwing up, but I was just so nauseous like all the time. And I was also having like dizziness spells. So those were my other 2 symptoms. I was having a lot of cramps, and that was scaring me because I was only 4 weeks and I was cramping so much. And I just felt like, oh man, this is like, is my period gonna come? Like, am I gonna have a miscarriage? Like I was so scared. So 4 weeks went by, cramps were getting worse. 5 and 6 weeks, my nausea gets more extreme worse, to the point where like the smells were just starting to get to me. So when I was 6 weeks pregnant, I was just starting to like, nothing was appetizing. I was starting to get like real sick with everything. Like nothing seemed pleasing. All the foods that I love tasted disgusting. It's like when you get sick and you lose your taste buds and everything kind of tastes bland. That's how it was for me when I was 6 weeks. And that lasted a few weeks. That lasted from 6 weeks till about 11 weeks, I want to say. So it lasted quite a few weeks where I mean, I was able to eat, don't get me wrong, but it was just very difficult because I just felt like everything was just tasting, and the smells. I could not cook fish. There was like red meat, even chicken, like prepping the chicken was gross. Like if once it was cooked, I was fine. I was just like, all right, it's good, it's fine. I'm able to eat it. But cooking it and the smell of cooking was so bad. So I that was hard. The cramping started to slow down a little bit during week 7 and 8, and then during week 9 I actually got like a little scared because I started bleeding, and it wasn't a lot of blood. It was enough that it was just like in a like a little pad, so it wasn't, it didn't even fill up the pad or anything. But that scared me because I didn't know what was going on, and my friend informed me. She was like, don't worry, that's just like a implantation bleeding, don't worry about it, like it's fine. And I even called my doctor. They did a test to make sure, and the baby was fine. So I did get bleeding during 9 weeks. So if you do get bleeding, yes, it is scary, but it can be considered normal during pregnancy as long as it's not saturating the pad. So the next day it did stop. It only lasted a day for me, and I was so happy because it was like freaking me out. Even though I got, like, the doctor told me like it's fine, don't worry about it, you're still like stressing it because you're seeing it and you're just so worried about the baby. So I mean, yeah, so I was pretty glad when it stopped the next day. And then I'm on week 9, so the nausea was still there, the sleep, oh my gosh. So the sleep for me in the beginning of the weeks were not great. Like, I don't know, I was just having insomnia. Like, I just could not sleep. I was just up. I don't know what happened to me. So during week 10 and 11, I started to get a little bit better, especially with the sleep. Oh, and the other thing, I'm sorry, I forgot to mention this, but headaches. I was getting headaches in the beginning of my pregnancy. And honestly, I think that was, it started around 4 weeks with the headaches. I was getting like migraines. I don't know why I forgot that. Because I don't get them anymore, and I'm just thinking about it. And I'm like, I was getting migraines and headaches like crazy. And that lasted a few weeks. And they were so bad. Like, and it was probably because obviously the lack of sleep. I'm pretty sure that's probably why I was getting them. But they were terrible. So yeah, now I'm at, so we did 12 and 13. So around 13 weeks, my nausea stopped, and not completely, but I was able to eat again. My symptoms went away, like those crazy, like where everything smells was starting to go away. I was sleeping better. I'm not gonna lie, I was tired. I'm still tired. But the tiredness wasn't as bad where like it was impacting my day. Like, but I would still get those like randomly where I'm like doing stuff, and then I don't know where it would hit me, and I'm just like I'm drained. I feel drained. I feel like I just did a marathon. Like it would just hit me out of nowhere, and I'm just so tired. So the symptoms pretty much stay the same. I'm at week 20 now, and I feel not pregnant. Like, my symptoms don't feel bad at all. Like, I feel good, I have energy. I do get those like really tired spells once in a while, like and they're very random. I can't even predict when they're gonna happen because it's just, I could be fine and I don't know where I'm just extremely tired. So all those other symptoms, I haven't had any headaches or anything. Back pain started 2 weeks ago. So around 18 weeks, I was getting back pain. So lower back pain. And I felt like an old person trying to get out of the sofa. Because as soon as I get up, I would like stand up and I'm like, oh, my back. Like, it was so bad. Like, it just felt like I was doing some type of crazy workout. And I'm like, no, I was just laying on the sofa. So that's just the only symptoms I've been having right now. I started to feel the baby move way earlier and sooner. Like I I think around 17 weeks when I started to feel like very, very subtle movements. And now I'm at week 20 and I could actually see my stomach like move a little bit, so that's pretty exciting. But yeah, that's my early pregnancy symptoms. I feel like I missed more, but if you have any questions, you guys could comment below and I will definitely answer back. Any pregnancy symptoms or early pregnancy symptoms. My nipples hurt. I think that's every pregnancy symptom. They hurt like hell now. They started hurting like around week 10, but now it's like, ow, like they hurt. My boobs got bigger and they just hurt. So like that's normal during pregnancy. I didn't mention that because I just feel like that's always a normal thing. But yeah, if you guys have any questions at all, feel free to comment. I will answer them. I love talking to you guys. So yeah, thank you guys so much for listening. Subscribe, and I'll probably end up doing another video later on during my pregnancy, probably closer to like 30-ish weeks, to show you the progress of how it's going so far, because you pretty much got an update from beginning to 20 weeks. So yeah, thanks so much for watching, and I hope you guys have a beautiful, blessed day. Bye.